everybody, it's Tracy. In our maternal fetal medicine office, we counsel a whole lot of new diabetics. We also see people who have been diabetic for some time but may need a refresher, especially with regard to how to eat for pregnancy and how to support your blood sugars and babies. So first they have an ultrasound usually, and then our nurse midwife or nurse practitioner sees the patient and we go over all of the diet stuff. Last of all, I come in and see you when you're totally exhausted and your brain is so full of this information that you can't hold another drop. And I kind of try to tie it all together, and we send you on your way to begin your life as a diabetic. You will have a new prescription for diabetic supplies, and you will begin checking your blood sugars at home. You will have lots of information to leaf through and refer back to, and you'll have a sheet where you write down all your blood sugars and then also write down what you're eating, the times that you eat, if you exercise, if you don't feel well. All of that goes on your log sheet. And then a week later, we usually check in with you either by a telehealth visit, or we have you come back and we sit down together and we go over that first week of glucoses. So after that initial visit, when you first came to see us, you think you're really prepared, but it's that first week check-in where the rubber meets the road. In other words, that's when you've started doing this and you've started eating the right way and checking your glucoses, and then you start to think of questions. So that first week visit is going to be really important to help keep you on the right path and to troubleshoot different foods and schedules and ideas to help maximize your success. So I've made a brief list of the most frequent questions that I get in that first week follow-up visit. The first is, do I check my blood sugar after I eat a snack? Usually the answer is no, because a snack by its very definition is a quick bite in between meals. But some people will say, well, I don't really eat breakfast in the morning. I just have a protein shake. And then in the middle of the morning, I'm hungry again. Well, I would say that that protein shake is your breakfast. And if you're feeling hungry a couple of hours after you eat that, then you probably do need a snack. Also consider maybe eating more with that breakfast meal, because in general, if you'll refer to some of our other videos, not everybody needs a snack. Snacking is overrated, and you really don't want to be munching and eating all day long. You want to have 3 pretty substantial meals, and if there's going to be 4 to 6 hours in between a meal, maybe you want to put a little snack in there. And that snack could be a handful of nuts. It could be some string cheese and some grapes. Always remember, with every meal and every snack, you want to put some protein in there to offset the starchy component of whatever snack you're eating. Next question, if I eat in the middle of the night, does that affect my fasting glucose? Yes, indeed. So that's something you should write down in your log book or your log pages. If you eat something at 3 in the morning and then you check a fasting sugar at 6 or 7 in the morning, then that's not really a fasting sugar. So I'm not worried if your glucose is 100 if you ate a snack at 3 or 4 in the morning. That's really a post-meal glucose, and that's normal, but it wouldn't be normal if it were truly fasting. So remember, if you're writing down, if you're eating a snack in the middle of the night, jot it down. You're not in trouble, just write it down. Next question. I ate the same lunch twice this last week, but my blood sugar after lunch was not the same. Why? This is not an exact science, and remember that every individual responds to things in a little bit different way, and no 2 days are exactly the same. So if you were a little more stressed on one day, or your schedule was different, or you exercised or didn't exercise, or you didn't sleep very well, or you ate things in a different order, those are things that can all affect your blood glucoses after meals. Don't overthink it, just keep going. Last question, why am I doing fine with bread but not potatoes, or rice but not with other types of starches? And the answer to that is you are a unique individual with a unique metabolism, and no 2 carbs are exactly the same. Even if you look on your information and you see that potatoes have exactly the same amount of carbohydrates per gram as a cup of rice, these things are not going to be processed the same by your body. And that's why we usually tell you at the end of your first visit to just jump in and give it a shot. And you will discover over this first week or two that your body handles different carbs in different ways. So you may do great with pizza crust or a hamburger bun, but not so great with French fries or potato chips or mashed potatoes. So you'll discover over the course of just checking your glucoses and living your life which starches you're going to do better with. And it may not be the same as somebody else who also has diabetes. These aren't all the questions, but these are some of the most common, and that's the reason why that first week check-in is so important. So as you begin checking your glucoses and managing your diabetic diet, expect that that first week your glucoses are going to bounce around a little bit. You may have a few highs and a few lows even after eating the same meal. Write down all your questions or put them in your phone like I do and bring them to that check-in visit. And that's the time and the place to get those questions answered and to receive all the encouragement for the work you're doing. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you have your own questions, leave them in the comments below.